On drivers, but it also depends on the road you travel.
Maintaining Missouri's large highway system with a budget passed by taxpayers 20 years ago limits the Department of Transportation.
I found a busy area in NEOSHO where a traffic light was deemed necessary but not priority.
Car went underneath, took the whole top off my car. Fortunately, I guess I was quick-witted enough. I slid down and went right over the top of my head, took the headrest off of my driver's side seat.
A traumatic morning for Frank Hebert, who's lucky to be alive.
A couple of things go differently and you'd be talking to my family and not me.
But it comes as no surprise to those familiar with where it happened.
Every time I'm through here, I see a near miss.
Semis have to go places, they're pulling out in front of people because they can't get out.
Even since then, I've probably had semis pull out in front of me another 3 or 4 times, and I've just been more aware.
Where Highway 86 meets I-49 in NEOSHO, traffic has picked up. Sparked mostly by the opening of a Love's truck stop.
It's more people, especially at this time when everybody's getting off work or in the morning when people are going to work.
I know people who will drive 2 miles out of their way just to avoid this.
Semis basically get stuck at that intersection, so they have no other choice because they're so big to eventually pull out and hope that the people are aware enough to stop because there is no signal there.
At the request of the city and concerned drivers, the Missouri Department of Transportation did conduct a traffic study. They found the necessary requirements to install a traffic signal here at Hammer Road, but they don't have the money to pay for it.
We're working off the same state funding that was passed in the mid-90s. 20 years ago. So, I mean, we have 20 years of inflation.
In fact, Missouri's Department of Transportation is ranked 47th in the nation in funding, most of which is spent on upkeep for the 7th largest highway system in the U.S.
It takes a pretty good sizable resources to maintain our system that we have in place now. There's several miles, and folks a lot of times may not realize how much it costs just to do a basic overlay.
Which is why a large portion of MoDOT's projects are joint efforts, working with metropolitan planning organizations and regional planning committees.
On those boards are a lot of county commissioners, mayors, things like that. Folks that can get out there and speak to the people more locally than we can.
For now, the traffic signal in NEOSHO has been added to a growing list of necessary projects with no certainty it will ever be built.
Probably just not going to see much of that work happening unless taxpayers decide they want to fund transportation differently.
But Frank Hebert hopes it won't take a fatal crash to move the process along, because if he had been driving a different vehicle, it could have been him.
About 5 inches higher, my head's gone. So all it takes is a slightly different circumstances and there's already a death here.
The city of NEOSHO recently lowered the speed limit at Highway 86 and I-49 from 55 miles per hour to 45. The drivers we spoke with say they're still seeing just as many close calls.